Hi folks, this is all the fruit. I am on the subtropical island of Tenerife, and this is an orange. You might ask, why is the orange not orange? Are oranges not named orange because they are orange? Well, nope, actually not. The color orange is named orange because it was the color of oranges. But how come? And still, why is this orange not orange? Well, let's see where the oranges come from. There are no wild oranges. Sweet oranges, as well as the so-called sour or bitter oranges, are actually hybrids of other species. The sweet oranges are a hybrid between mandarin and pomelo, which originated in China about 2,000 years ago. Well, the Arabs introduced the so-called bitter orange to southern Europe, like Sicily and southern Spain, and cultivated it on a large scale there. The sweet orange was only introduced by Portuguese and Spanish sailors from Asia in the, well, sometimes around the beginning of the 16th century. And still, that doesn't explain why the orange is called orange. Well, originally it was actually called appelsine, like apple of China. And then later the name orange arose because they were traded a lot through the southern French city of Orange. Well, and those oranges had a nice, well, orange color. And that's why people thought, well, why don't we call everything which has this color orange? Before that, there was no concept of the color orange. That's why gingers are called redheads and not orange heads. I've never seen a person with naturally occurring red hair. They are all, well, chestnut brown to, well, orange. And so, yeah, that explains where the name of the color and of the plant comes from and where the plant comes from. But it still doesn't explain why this orange here is not orange. Did I steal an unripe fruit from an orchard? Did I get scammed by some vendor who sold me worthless, unripe windfall or whatever? Well, no. Why are oranges orange? Not why are they called orange, but why are they orange? Well, the orange is not a tropical fruit, but a subtropical fruit, originating from China, from areas where winters are quite cold. And as soon as it gets cold in autumn and winter, the orange fruits turn orange. If it doesn't get cold, they stay either green or turn a pale yellow, or sometimes, if it doesn't get cold enough, they turn like a half-hearted orange. If you want really colorful orange fruit, well, you should wait for some cold spell to hit your orchard. Well, as you can imagine, a lot of modern farmers, or a lot of modern vendors, they like to sell bright oranges, but they don't want to wait for them to get orange naturally by some cold weather. I mean, the biggest producer of oranges is Brazil. It might have been surpassed by China now, but the three biggest producers are Brazil, India and China, and at least Brazil and India, it's not so easy to get cold weather in those two countries, weather cold enough to turn oranges orange. So what do people do if they want to sell a subtropical or tropical orange to customers who like really bright orange colors when verging on red? Well, there are two ways. Either you treat it with ethylene, or there is a paint called red number 2 or something like that. Well, some horrible chemicals. And here in the fruit shop where I bought this orange, there were some really bright oranges, which I guess were probably either dyed artificially with some carcinogenic and noxious paint, or they were from some cool areas of the Spanish peninsula. Then there were some yellowish, oranges, which I think are maybe natural oranges left untreated from the Spanish Peninsula. And then there was this one. It said Naranja Pis, which means country orange. Country usually means you cannot expect worldwide standards to apply to this fruit. It's been cultivated locally. It's some local variety. It hasn't been traded by some big companies. It's not standardized. So country oranges cultivated here on the island of Tenerife. Sometimes they turn orange even in this climate, like mandarins and oranges. I've seen them turning orange here. So I guess it's also maybe due to the variety or to the specific conditions of this plant specimen. It's not like you really need cold climates to get an orange color on oranges or mandarins, but it helps a lot. Well, this one did not get any cold climate. Also, it was kind of ripped off from the tree. So it is actually possible that I've been scammed and it's not ripe enough. Well, let's see. And most important of all, let's taste if this green orange is ripe enough to be pleasant or not. Okay, the inside looks like it has a pale orange color. That's already a good sign. Oh, cutting fruit with one hand. I have to get better at that. With a small knife it's quite okay, but if you have a machete or a parang, it gets a little bit difficult. So let's try this. Let's try to focus. 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 Well, I hope this focused on my hand. If not, that's what the inside of the orange looks like. Smells like an orange. It tastes sweet enough. It's not a very sweet orange, but sweet enough to confirm that it's actually ripe. Yeah. Yeah. An average orange verging on good. Yeah. Not a bad orange and definitely ripe. But definitely grass green with just some yellow hints on the outside. So folks, next time you're in a tropical or subtropical place and they offer you oranges or mandarins or lemons which are not completely orange or yellow, don't be scared. If they're on the market, there is a good chance they are ripe. Buy them, try them. You are probably not gonna regret that. At least you know that you have some locally produced and not standardized stuff. So folks, this was, by the way, this was probably the Navel orange. As you can see from those small structures here. Well, so folks, stay tuned for a lot more fruit videos from the island of Tenerife. And don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe.